come through from the side of KC, get themselves out of the core 2 versus 2, get through those first few levels on the Senyasu, and then look to match them back. Hang on.
Yike can look for this. He goes, gets the level 6, flashes forward. Skewman's going to flash away, but Vladdy's there for the chase. Caps dives in, looking to seal the fates of Vladdy and Yike, and with Broken Blade moving first. The flash back from Caps as he tries to get onto Vladdy. No summoner on Vladdy. He's down for first blood. Yike caught up as well. Flash with the Ruthless Predator stun, and Yike tries to escape with the shield. It's not enough. G2 find 2 in the mid lane.
The roam from Broken Blade clutch there. Plus
Respond by looking to get some deep vision on the top side of the map. No grubs, of course, to be able to respond with. But about a 10-minute
So likely to be a bit slower on getting those stacks.
Reckless was the player I remember that a lot of back in the day, who would just follow his jungler around. Of course, not the only AD carry to do it.
I do think, though, there is a world where you do have to start to roam, because you do want levels on Kalist, which is the other thing with Kalist.
Dodges the solar flare, just gets slowed by it. Hans Summer walks past the wind wall, exhaust going down. Kalist tanks an extra tower shot! Kalist is down! And that's 3 kills now.
Nicely done by the G2 bot lane.
Oh, so at the very last... Oh, hang on, the top lane dive.
TP coming out, G2 will call off the dive. Call of the Forge God, though, from Kana as he makes a prayer, and Broken Blade is on the receiving end of it. He pops the Dominus, tries to get away, lands the stun as well. He'll go back in. Skewman using his old ultimate for a little bit of CC. Cap's going to try and get away from Yike here, who does have an ultimate of his own, but for the moment, shouldn't be able to chase Caps any further.
So a bit of trading on the top side. KC finally get themselves a kill. But on the bot side of the
bot
map...
side, and now they're kind of been pushed away. Yike has to go back and clear his jungle, so this gives an opportunity to try and answer some of the turret plates that have been taken on the bottom side, although it actually just cleared off. Thought they might have been able to get one more, but Yike now making his way in. Skewman looking to cover.
The Triforce damage from that Corki is absolutely devastating. Yike will be able to get the smite on the blue, dodges away from the Zenith play as well. Cap's going to trade back onto Vladdy. The Dragon up in 30 seconds, but G2 just using the pressure they have in the bot side to gain control of this jungle right now. They might look for a little bit more. Yike dashes forward. Labrov goes in, the Solar Flare, the CC, the Shield of Daybreak, the Root coming out as well with the Zenith play follow-up, but Yike dives in with the Moonfall, can't get the CC down in time. I'm not sure Kalist would have wanted to follow in with the last breath of his own, and now Targamas and Kalist need the help of their mid laner.
They want more. G2 is looking to dive this.
Targamas is on the wrong side. Targamas is just dead. Like, he sacrificed himself to make sure his AD carry would get out alive. He does. Labrov actually dies the tower here. I think if he pathed up, he might have been able to get out in time, but in the end, it's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of G2.
You're not the end of the world for G2. They're still going to be happy that they get the tower. They did overinvest Broken Blade's TP, I feel like, there, but at least they should guarantee them the Dragon off the back of it. But as we're moving into this, I feel like people forget a lot that Leona can just flash Q.
Yeah.
Because we saw Labrov do exactly this into Mickey when he was on the Poppy, and now again, you end up with Yike caught in the same position, but it might be Broken Blade now, Cos.
Kana has the Call of the Forge God. Skewman does have flash, will use it to dodge away. Broken Blade has a tower a while away, but instead he dives onto Kalist, and Kalist is down again. For the second time this game, he falls. Broken Blade will fall for it, but he got his. He got his 1-4, never mind! Never mind! He just slices and dices, and Karmine Corp are unable to collapse on him quickly enough. Kana's still on the chase. He will find him in the end. It's Yike that gets the kill. G2 used that time, though, to push through mid and to push through top.
Broken Blade getting that stun was so clutch in the end. So he ends up getting the CC onto Kalist right as Kalist got the knock-up. Meant that Kalist couldn't end up using the ultimate, get that shield and potentially escape after, but Vladdy now sidestepping galore.
Sidesteps everything, the Solar Flare, the banana combo from Caps, and now Caps a little bit overextended. Skewmond is just around the corner here. Will Targamas and Vladdy chase? They decide against it. Discretion the better part of valor right there.
My Yone's flashing in the chat right now as Caps. Hey, even the best of us can miss those combos. Nice side steps from Vladdy as Yike doesn't know.
He does not know, and it's a Shield of Daybreak into a Zenith play. The Moonfall from Yike tried to get to the wall to flash it. Wasn't there in time. Labrov takes the kill. Targamas has to flash away from Caps. The TP coming in now. Vladdy, you're in the middle of them all. Flashes immediately. The Zenith play for the follow-up into the Strangled Thorns. Vladdy locked up. Labrov walks away. Battered and bruised, but still alive, and the same cannot be said for Karmine Corp. Kalist falls again. 9-3 now the score.
I feel like this has been the story of the series. A neutral game that just now here in this game 3, KC have started to, well, I say started to, are very rapidly falling further behind. And if they can somehow find an angle, maybe, and they're looking for it right now, it seems.
I think they want the Call of the Forge God in a choke. Labrov Steps to the side, goes back in with the Zenith Blade, and Caps is there for the follow-up. Caps diving onto the back line, and Stranglethorns comes out, but doesn't really hit on to anyone. G2 have already killed off Yike, and it did reek of desperation there from Karmine Corp. They saw the window, but very quickly defenestrated.
Man, Lebrov has been my MVP today. He has had a fantastic game. The immediate ult on towards Yike, so there's no follow-up for the people that are locked up by Kana. Means that KC can't really get into position. And now, G2, they get the return pick. They're going to get a tower, and it's off of Lebrov. Being just spectacular.
Broken Blade. Gonna ride the Rift Herald out here. Oh. Hey, yeah.
He's got the moves.
No, he's trying to set up a date.
He's got the moves.
The LCK, right? There are always moments where you can come back with this composition.
True.
It's just that it's very difficult to find those chances because G2 are not setting up as like a big chunky unit. They're kind of playing for these quick picks in smaller groups that makes it very difficult.
That Kit Kat chunky unit?
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's quite a. I
What
wasn't
type of
expecting.
chunky unit is it?
Chunky, you know?
Like a corgi.
Okay.
Here we go.
And now there is a chunky unit, which means KC could actually look for that big engage that they could potentially go for.
I don't think they're going to find it, though. Yike is looking to see perhaps a Broken Blade oversteps. Karmine Corp have no vision on it at all, and it feels very much like Karmine Corp have accepted their losses here. Yike might look for a steal. Done it a few times in winter. Lebrov is positioning to make sure that he can't.
Okay, so they're the 15%. You know, that happens. But KC, they're getting closer.
Dawning Shadow.
Okay, they're not getting any closer.
They say the day is darkest just before the dawn. For Karmine Corp, it's pretty damn dark right now.
Lebrov is about to light things up.
And he is, jumps onto Kana. Targamas tries to flash the wall with the Solar Flare. Stun follow-up with the Ruthless Predator. And Targamas is deceased, bereft of life. He rests in peace. More passive gold, 95 stacks at the 25-minute mark. Not really where you want to be, and isn't going to accelerate that any further because there's no jungle really for him to follow Yike around. True.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is KC, it's kind of, you got to make a choice. Do you just slow lose, or do you go for the all-in play?
Oh, BB's been engaged on. There's the all-in. He's still got a false life. The Solar Flare went wide as well, but that's a tower to G2. Caps dives forward, and Karmine Corp retreat.
But that's both engages gone, right? So KC now have to just play it scared. Baron now up and available as well. It feels like G2 reset, immediately move over to that, use the last Azadakan buff as they can. Broken Blade now trying to be a useless for Yike.
Azadakan buff is about to expire. I think it expires in about 10 seconds. He can jump the wall though, and manages to escape.
Needs to sync up with his team.
There we are.
Caps also sticking around for what looks to be the Krogs. They're trying to fish out every last bit of gold that they can before they commit to the reset.
Yeah, but the extra 8 seconds it would have taken him to recall earlier. That adds up over a game.
Also, he can't be responsible for what Hansama does. He can only be responsible for what he does.
If Caps goes Gabagee, Hansama should go Gabagoot, you know? Like, you can't just expect him. Try and get some vision control. Karmine Corp doing a good job of slowly stepping in as a team to deny some, to regain control over that area, but the problem is, you don't have Call of the Forge God still for about a quarter of his cooldown. Kana is going to go in here. Bellow's Breath, Solar Flare goes on to Like. There's the follow-up, but there's no last breath coming out from Kalist. Didn't want to fully engage. The lock-up onto Broken Blade and knock-up onto Lebrov. The Stranglethorns coming out as well, and Karmine Corp have chunked out G2 enough to force them away.
I was surprised to not see the combo come through from Kalist. I think Yike hit 3 members on the back end of the fight, but Caps is now grouped with his team. Another bot wave has been pushed in.
Yike dashing forward, Broken Blade looking for it. Yike was able to retreat in time.
And that's one of the blue trinkets just used into the pit. Now that's unavailable.
Vladdy is answering bot wave right now, and because of that, Lebrov decides it's time to go. Solar Flare, Stranglethorns, and Yike is done for. The Caps again with a banana combo. Get this guy some potassium, because apparently he doesn't have enough. G2 still find a kill, and they'll take the mid lane tier 3 from it.
Yeah, they got some iron in them anyway, being able to take down these structures in the mid lane, but for G2, it's just every time they're finding
sort of miracle. Can Vladdy perhaps steal it with the shock blast?
No.
No, he cannot. He tried, though.
It's also the problem with these plant-based junglers. That makes sense.
Dragon Soul now on the cards for G2 as they're already in position.
Caps is...
Okay.
Oh, they jump in immediately. And his Spade is sealed. Call of the Forge God going in as well. Now can Karmine Corp find more? Broken Blade pops up with Dominus. Kano's on that front line. Stranglethorn's coming out as well. G2 looking for a little bit more poke. Kalist now going forward with that last embrace onto Broken Blade. The Drake resets. Karmine Corp found a great pick across the wall onto Caps.
Kalist getting the heal up off that wave in mid lane as well, so KC feeling a little bit stronger coming in towards this. Skewmont has no ultimate available. Behind Sama playing out of the position to actually get engaged on.
Kana has TP. Broken Blade does not, and G2 will give it up. Yep. Karmine Corp find a pick, they find the Drake.
You can see them spreading them across the map, or Broken Blade going top side. But there we go.
They dive in immediately, the last breath as well. Skewmont pops his Zonya, Caps goes in with the face sealed. He'll kill off Kalist. Strangled Thorns on Yaiken. It worked once, but at the second time of asking, G2 were ready to jump in and immediately punish. Kana now trading with Broken Blade. Caps is on its way across. The Ruthless Predator from Broken Blade into the slice and dice forward. Call of the Porch God from Kana. Still lands the knockup. BB flashed the wall though and got to safety. The inhibitor in the bot side has fallen. Karmine Corp trying to defend 3v5 now, and their first Nexus tower is already forfeit.
G2 continuing their siege. They know they have the numbers advantage. Vladdy forced to flash away.
Caps jumps onto Vladdy once again. They will get the knockback. Vladdy's still alive. Lebrov going in with the Zenith Blade, but he's locked up in the end. Vladdy is jumped on by Broken Blade. And now with the Nexus Bear, Lebrov and co will go 2-1 up and be one game away from Grand Finals.
G2 taking themselves to match.